Hello and a very warm welcome to Matchday, Loftus Road, the home of Queen's Park Rangers, who today host Ipswich Town in this championship fixture. Two clubs who have been somewhat inconsistent lately, each posting 2 wins, a draw and 2 defeats from their last 5 league matches, and hoping to start the busy month of November with a positive result. Queen's Park Rangers have been rather more on the road than at home this season. They've played 7 away games to just 5 at home. Ipswich have travelled poorly, and just like the other 2 clubs who came down from the Premier League last season, they're having a bit of a struggle. The second tier can often catch you out when you drop out of the elite. And as it stands towards kick-off time, Leicester 11th, Ipswich 13th, Southampton 21st. But there's a long way to go in the season, and when you look at the championship table, it's concertina to the effect that just 6 points separate 6th to 16th. It's absolutely tipping down with rain in the minutes before kick-off here at Loftus Road. Queen's Park Rangers hoping to bounce back from defeat at Derby last Saturday. Ipswich got a more than welcome win, beating West Bromwich Albion at home by a 1-0. That game also last Saturday. It's their first meeting since December 2023. Last time they were in the same division, Ipswich took 4 points out of QPR. Kieran McKenna's been linked quite strongly with the vacancy at Celtic. He was asked repeatedly in his press conference this week about his alleged boyhood affiliation to Celtic. He wouldn't be drawn on that, and he just said, my focus, short-term, medium-term, long-term, is on Ipswich until I hear anything else, basically, with the words from McKenna. So he hasn't entirely ruled out a possible move to Celtic. However, no official talks, we understand at the moment, have taken place. McKenna did such a brilliant job in taking Ipswich out of the championship back in 2024, but they found life really tough in the Premier League, as many recently promoted sides have done. Although, having said that, Sunderland, Leeds and Burnley have started very well in the top flight this season, and may be about to buck the trend, which has seen the 3 promoted clubs to the championship immediately relegated back to the second tier of English football at the first time of asking in each of the past 2 seasons. Well, those that are in the dry will be happier than those who are in the pouring rain, as the players get ready to take to a sodden Loftus Road surface here. It's always a good playing surface, though. Players won't mind a little bit of greasiness on top. See Jack Clark there making his way onto the Ipswich Town substitutes bench. He's been knocking at the door of Kieran McKenna for a start. He is the joint top scorer, Jack Clark, for Ipswich this season. But he has been making quite an impact from the bench, and must do so again today. It's going to be a mixture of sunshine and showers, the weather forecasters tell us, in West London. Don't think Kieran McKenna thought it was going to be a walk in the park to head straight back to the Premier League. It's hugely competitive in the English Championship. Every season tells us that. It certainly doesn't look as though any side is going to run away with automatic promotion. Coventry, the league leaders, beaten at Wrexham last night. The first defeat in the league this season for Frank Lampard's side, having led at one stage at Wrexham. But a Kiefer Moore hat-trick gave the Welsh side a 3-2 win. Always a good atmosphere at Loftus Road, today no exception. So, the scene almost set, and Queen's Park Rangers, 4 changes from that 1-0 defeat at Derby last Saturday. 2 of those in defence, where Liam Morrison and teenage Brazilian Escadinha replace Amadou Mbenge and Reece Norrington-Davis. Isaac Hayden's preferred to Jonathan Varane in midfield, and QPR fans will be pleased Ilias Chair is fit enough to start. He comes in for Koki Saito. Ipswich make 1 enforced change. Head coach Kieran McKenna has to make following the 1-0 home win over West Brom last Saturday. Sami Smodic picked up a serious knee injury in that match and is set to be on the sidelines long term. Chilean international Marcelino Nunez is his replacement in midfield. And as I mentioned, joint top scorer along with Jaden Philogene, Jack Clark again has to make do with the place amongst the replacements. Well, here is Marcelino Nunez. The Norwich City owner, Mark Atanasio, says the decision to sell him to bitter rivals Ipswich was, quote, an own goal. A potential £10 million into Norwich City's coffers, but the player, Atanasio said, very much pushed for the move. Ilias Chair makes Queen's Park Rangers tick. The fact they've got him fit to start is very good news for them. When he plays well, QPR very often play well too. Key figure for head coach Julian Stefan. The referee Sam Allison, assisted today by Christo Karavinov and Jonathan Bickerdike. Our 4th official is Callum Walchester. Two teams with a little bit of ground to make up on the top 6. But as I've mentioned, it's very tight. Even if you're in the bottom half of the table at the moment, you know that we're not even a third of the way through the season yet. And if you can string a good run together, you can quickly propel yourselves up the table, just as QPR did earlier in this campaign. They took 14 points from 6 matches. Launched themselves well up the table, but 2 defeats in the last 3 for the home side in the blue and white hoops. And Sam Allison's whistle will get the match underway. And immediately QPR launch it long. And they win the initial header, stabbed away by Dara O'Shea. Partnered again at the back, O'Shea for Ipswich by Cedric Kipre. Plenty of experience in that Ipswich Town defence. Darnell Furlong, the right back, Leif Davis, who impressed many in Ipswich's troubled Premier League season. Here's the left back. Here is O'Shea, the Ipswich captain, now Kipre. Davis available. Loves to get forward, real attacking left back. O'Shea. This is Egeli. Nice little drop of the shoulder to get away from his man, and Ipswich lead already. It's a beautiful cross, and George Hurst said, "That's mine." Just like his father, David, prolific goal scorer in his time at Sheffield Wednesday. Just loved service like that. And his boy George, very much in the right spot. Great work here from the 19-year-old Norwegian Egeli. Ipswich paid around £17 million for this teenager. And I think we've seen a glimpse why. Stands up a brilliant cross. And Hurst comfortably getting the better of Morrison in the air. Perfect start for Kieran McKenna's Ipswich Town. George Hurst with his 4th goal of the season. Free kick against Harvey Vale. Really comfortable header in the end, wasn't it, for Hurst? Didn't have to work too hard to beat Morrison in the air. Kipré. Ipswich yet to win away from Portman Road in the league this season. Indeed, they haven't won in their last 8 matches on the road, stretching back to that troubled Premier League season. But they've got off to a flying start here. Lofted forward by Jimmy Dunn. Egeli. Just a little slow in getting the clearance away there, the French goalkeeper, Paul Nardi. Ipswich fans making all the noise inside Loftus Road at the moment. Good possession won here by QPR. Burrell's pass just lacked a little bit of pace. QPR in their 11th consecutive season in the Championship. They haven't finished in the top 10 in the past 4 seasons. Finished 15th last time around. A bit of room in midfield here for Queen's Park Rangers. Here's Chair. Madsen working it wide. Cross didn't carry any threat. A little pocket of space here for Chair. The shot's on. Went for placement. Isaac Hayden, he's capable from there. Doesn't score that many, but I've seen him score a few from this distance in the past. Isaac Hayden. O'Shea. Egerly. Nice layoff from Hurst. Pass just a little hasty from Nunez. Here's the goal again. Good movement from Hurst. And he got the leap on Morrison, who barely got off the ground. But great work here from the 19-year-old Egerly. Egerly with the shot this time. Not a bad effort. Has got one senior cap for Norway. Got that when he was 18. He's 19 now. And he's causing plenty of problems to the left side of that QPR attack in the opening minutes. Came in from Nordsjælland. He was with the Danish club before Ipswich made the move. Harvey Vale. Layoff from QPR, only found Egerly. Escudinha in there first. Only 19, the Brazilian, signed from Fluminense last February. Spent some time in the QPR academy earlier this year, but has gradually eased his way into the first team picture. Cedric Kipre. Philogene. Foul by Dunn. It's going to be an interesting personal duel. Jimmy Dunn up against Jayden Philogene, who's been one of the best players in the Championship so far this season. 5 goals in his last 7 league appearances for Philogene. Here's Jack Taylor. It's well kept in by Philogene. Taylor and Leif Davis on the march here, and they're in behind Ipswich. 3 wait for the cross in red, 4 in fact. Away by Vale, not very far. Kipre picks out a good pass for Davis. O'Shea. Ipswich have started really well here, looking confident. And they might be in again here. Philogene. No problems in the end for Nadi. Haven't really got going yet, Queen's Park Rangers. Full credit to Ipswich for that. Taylor. Nunez. It's broken kindly here for Hurst. Egeli. Well, they look like the home team here, Ipswich. Sounds a bit like Portland Road with the Ipswich fans making virtually all the noise. Home supporters hoping their side can burst into life soon. Here's Steve Cook. Can't find Escudinha. Very experienced Steve Cook. Well, no, he should have done better with that pass. Wasn't a difficult one. Little apology to Escudinha. And just about the first loose Ipswich pass. Chair. Nutmegged his own man there. Capable of anything, Ilias Chair. They really need to get him on the ball. Ipswich will no doubt have a game plan to keep him quiet. Kieran McKenna will be very satisfied with the start his side have made here, building on, so far at least, that much-needed win at home to West Brom last weekend. That was after back-to-back defeats against Middlesbrough and Charlton. Here's Cook. One touch too many there. Hounded by Nunez. He's trying to be cute there, Cook, and Nunez wasn't having any of it. Well, they don't mind a long throw, Ipswich. And in Darnell Furlong, we have somebody who, without too much effort, pilots this ball a long way. Can reach the edge of the 6-yard box here, Furlong. Now, break on maybe. Burrell is quick, but cover was good from Leif Davis. Sniffed the danger there, the left back. Foul by Jaden Philogene. First opportunity really for QPR to get this many players forward. Cook has made his way up towards that Ipswich penalty area. Real high line from the away side. Giving the goalkeeper a good look at this. A lot of space for Chair to drop this in behind. Also an opportunity for somebody to peel off and make a run in the channel. And that was a strange choice from Chair. Not entirely sure what was in Ilias Chair's mind there over that set piece. It wasn't as if he was playing the pass to a QPR teammate who was in space. That wasn't the case. Nunez. Well, it is a good recent record. But in the mood Ipswich are in, it might be back-to-back wins here at Loftus Road. Darnell Furlong back on familiar territory. Came through the ranks at QPR, made his debut for them at the age of 19, made over 70 appearances before he left in 2019 to go to West Brom. His father was a prolific goal scorer for QPR, Paul, and is still a coach here in the academy. Escudinha. Morrison. Dunn. Looking for Burrell. Calmly done by O'Shea. Now Matasiwa. Nunez. Really bossing that midfield area, aren't they? Taylor, Matasiwa, Nunez. Heavy Ipswich down possession in the first 17 minutes. The goal coming in the second minute via the head of George Hurst after great work from Sindra Eggerly. Here's Leif Davis. Taylor. Getting a lot of time on the ball, aren't they, the Ipswich midfielders? Eggerly. Trying to find Nunez. That needed to be absolutely precise. Just overcooked it a little bit, the young Norwegian. Kieran McKenna, not the sort of individual to get ruffled by all the speculation about the vacancy at Celtic. Job where he has been linked. It's a good climb from Leif Davis. And the referee says that was a foul by Harvey Vale. Nunez. O'Shea. Closed down well by Kone. This is Chair. Kone unable to take that in his stride. O'Shea getting the better of the argument. Lovely little nutmeg there from Egeli. Looks a player, doesn't he? Nice turn away from trouble there from Jimmy Dunn. Vale. Just kept in by Dunn. Hayden looking to spread the play, does it well. Finds Chair. This is better from QPR. Ilias Chair! Oh, it must be! Flag stays down. And Ruman Burrell levels for Queen's Park Rangers. 20 minutes gone in West London. Ilias Chair with the shot that really troubled Christian Walton in the Ipswich goal. And Burrell got his reward for the follow-up. And have a look at the shot here from Chair. It's got some action on it. It's heading right down low to the goalkeeper's left. Got a strong hand to it, but he put it straight into the path of Ruman Burrell. There you can see the movement on the ball. It was not an easy save at all for Walton. Couldn't palm it wide, which would have been his intention. And Burrell happy to snaffle up the chance. 1-1. Burrell's fourth goal of the season. It's his first here at QPR after signing in the summer from Burton Albion. Goal out of nothing, really, from the home side, who'd been bossed up until that point. Don't forget, greasy ball as well. That's what strikers do. Poach, expecting something to come back off the goalkeeper, Burrell. That's exactly what transpired. Given away rather cheaply there by Kone. Here's Egeli. Kone trying to atone for the error, concedes the throw. Darnell Furlong will take another long throw here for Ipswich, I suspect. Can drop them in short, try and catch the opposition out, and they weren't ready for that, QPR. But Egeli's cross beat everybody in red. It's harmlessly out for the goal kick. Have to remind ourselves, 3 seasons ago Ipswich were playing in League One. Meteoric rise, wasn't it, up into the Premier League. Found life too tough there, looking to regroup and get straight back. Here's Harvey Vale. Done. Matchday. Vale. Good-looking cross. Furlong dangerously back across his own penalty area. And Kone wants a corner and is not going to get it. Sam Allison was afforded a good view there, afforded himself a good view. And wasn't about to give Kone the corner. Dangerous header back across his own penalty area, though, wasn't it, from Furlong? Julien Stéphan on the right, the French head coach of QPR. His father, Guy, is the long-time assistant to Didier Deschamps at various clubs, and of course with France. It's good closing down by Burrell. He's super quick, by the way. I haven't really seen him over 5-10 metres yet, but he is electric when he gets moving, Romain Burrell. Something which will need to improve for QPR if they're going to be in the promotion picture. Not many expecting them to be in and around the top 6 come the end of the season. They'll be out to prove the doubters wrong. Here's Harvey Vale. Stands up, an excellent cross. Kone showing lots of interest in that. And Walton was struggling to get gloves on it. Corner. Great cross from Vale. Exactly what Kone and Barella will be looking for, this kind of service. That greasy ball, a problem again for Walton. Chair with a corner. Launched back in by Vale, to no avail. Former Chelsea player, made 7 senior appearances in his time at nearby Chelsea. Harvey Vale didn't make a Premier League appearance in his time at Stamford Bridge. Here's Nunez. It's nice work from Marcelino Nunez. Matasiwa. Kipre. And now the captain, O'Shea. Philogene with one to chase. Tried his best to win the corner. Just an awkward fall there for Jayden Philogene. Clutching his top of his left thigh for a moment there as he went down. This will be a concern to Kieran McKenna. This is not a player that Ipswich would want to lose. Key man in their hopes to get straight back to the Premier League. Philogene has been in great form lately. He and Jack Clark are having a right old tussle for that position in the Ipswich side. It might be an earlier entrance than expected for Clark. At the moment, Philogene is not moving very much, having stayed down in that tussle with Jimmy Dunn. At the moment, Ipswich will play on with 10. Nunez. Philogene is back and looked to be moving as he made his way along that far touchline reasonably well, so he is going to return. Escudinha. Chair. Looking for the runner, Borrell. Philogene chasing that well enough. Looks as though he's recovered quickly. Half an hour gone, and Queen's Park Rangers gradually easing their way back into this first half after Ipswich dominated the first 20 minutes. But Rangers buoyed by that Borrell equaliser, and seeing more attempts on target on the away side. Matasiwa. Eggerly, lovely take on the half turn. And a foot on the ball there from Isaac Hayden. It's actually a really good challenge. He looks second best, Hayden. Given away by Vale. Davis. Harvey Vale is going to look at a yellow card here. He was trying to make up for the error and launched himself in at Leif Davis here. Referee Sam Allison with no option but to show Vale the yellow card. Dara O'Shea, Cedric Kipre made their way forward for the Leif Davis delivery. Kone, who's got the marking duties on Kipre. It'll be aimed in his general direction. It's a little shallow from Davis. And that'll be a throw for Darnell Furlong. Will he launch this one in long? Nunez will leave it for him. Captain Dara O'Shea makes his way into that area where Furlong would be looking for. Absolutely no effort to get it deep into that penalty area. It's remarkable the distance Furlong gets on these long throws. Seems to put absolutely no effort into them at all. The long throws that we've seen very much come back into fashion, haven't we? At all levels. There's not much of a run-up either. Eggerly. He's done well. This is O'Shea. Good movement again from Hurst, corner. Well, he's learned off his father, hasn't he, George Hurst? His dad was a brilliant striker, David. Particularly in his time, long association with Sheffield Wednesday. And Hurst has caught the eye already with some of his movement. Waits now for the Leif Davis corner. Goalkeeper stretching for that, Nardi. And the follow-up from Philogene doesn't trouble the QPR goal. Didn't really seem to commit to that volley, Philogene. Leaning back, and the usual result. High over the bar. Good corner though from Davis, put the goalkeeper in a little bit of trouble. Referee Sam Allison, I don't think liked the challenge by Kone. And Dara O'Shea not too fussed by it either. It was an immediate whistle from Sam Allison here. As Kone went in and seemed to just lean the forearm into the head of O'Shea. Yeah, point of the elbow, and that would have hurt the Ipswich Town captain. Kone smiles, O'Shea frowns and explains to referee Allison exactly what happened to him. But no action taken by the referee against Kone. Just a free kick, no disciplinary action against the QPR striker. Furlong. Matasiwa. Don't think the goalkeeper wanted that back pass. Calm enough to find Matasiwa. Ipswich backing themselves to get out. Well, they'll get a goal kick out of it. It's good pressure from Chair. Close to 10 years at QPR now, Ilias Chair. International caps for Morocco, it's his background. He's actually born in Belgium. Hurst, lovely layoff to Nunez. Used his body really well there, George Hurst. This is Philogene. Routine for Nadi. Trying to get the kind of action on this shot that Chair did for the QPR equaliser, Jaden Philogene, but it stayed pretty straight, easy for Nadi. Kipre. Furlong. Here's Kipre. Daroshe. Hurst just a little flat-footed there, wasn't expecting the little ball over the shoulder from Nunez as Kone gets the better of O'Shea here. Angles tight. Nevertheless, forces a good sprawling save out of Walton. Richard Kone. Just picked the pocket of the Ipswich Town captain, Dar O'Shea. And this time Walton happy that there wasn't a QPR player on the end of the hand away from the goalkeeper. Very similar to the intervention that he made from the Chair shot. That time there was no Burrell on the premises. This should be easy, and is catching practice for Christian Walton. He's come more into the game as the first half has progressed. Chair only a substitute last week in the 1-0 defeat at Derby. But Julian Stephan, the head coach of QPR, knows the importance of Chair. Not just today, but for the rest of the season. They need to keep him fit. Free kick against Hurst. Clearly backing into his opponent there. Escudinha. The referee said no foul. Escudinha stayed down. Eggly has given the ball away cheaply. Brazilian is up, but wondering why he didn't get the free kick, from his point of view at least. Even Burrell's pace won't get him to that. No lost causes when he's around. Stepping up a level this season, and so far so good for Romain Burrell. Davis. Done in smartly on Philogene. Doesn't want to give him any space at all. Egerli. Furlong. Ambitious pass from Egerli. Carry a great deal of threat in the wide areas, though, don't they? I'm not sure Philogene is moving entirely freely. But he and Egerli offer great width when Ipswich do attack. Use the full extremities of this Loftus Road pitch. As we step into the final 2 minutes of normal time at the end of this first half. Here's Escudinha. Madsen. Hayden. Foul by Taylor. Done. Madsen has worked hard over the last quarter of an hour alongside Hayden to grab back a little bit of the dominance that Ipswich had in that midfield area, certainly in the first 20 minutes. Kearney. Vale. Left-footed, so Davis wants to show him the outside route. That's a poor challenge by Kipre. Well, he's complaining to the assistant referee, but it's clumsy from Kipre. Can't get the ball really from there. Isaac Hayden isn't a threat to Ipswich. Facing away from the goal, and Kipre might be left to rue that challenge. Harvey Vale stands over the set piece. We're into a minimum of 3 additional minutes, or 2 it is. And this is coming in at pace towards goalkeeper Walton. Maybe not as much pace as I thought Harvey Vale would put on that. Escudinha trying something spectacular. Ambitious from where he was. But he's nullified the threat from Egerli a little bit, the 19-year-old left-back for QPR. 2 19-year-olds up against one another. So we'll keep a close eye on that contest in the second half. We've not seen so much of Egerli as we did in the opening quarter of an hour or so, where he was particularly effective down the Ipswich right. Kipre. Great pass from Kipre, inch perfect, but flag is up. Well, he couldn't have delivered that any better, Cedric Kipre, but Leif Davis stepped beyond that QPR backline. The referee's half-time whistle is imminent. Indeed, Sam Allison brings the first half to a conclusion. It's the first half that began so well for Ipswich. Eggerly finding George Hurst's head in just the second minute. Flying start for Kieran McKenna's side, but Roman Burrell poaching after Ilias Chair's shot was palmed out by goalkeeper Christian Walton. And Burrell was in the ideal spot to equalise. Really interesting second half ahead in the Championship here in West London. We're at half-time at the Matchday Loftus Road Stadium. It's Queen's Park Rangers 1, Ipswich Town 1. Queen's Park Rangers keeping their opponents waiting a little bit as they emerge for the second half here at the Matchday Loftus Road Stadium in West London in the Championship, where it's even between the home side and Ipswich Town. Ipswich, who got off to a tremendous start with a goal from George Hurst in just the second minute, but this man, Roman Burrell, equalising, following up an Ilias Chair shot which was palmed into his path by the Ipswich Town goalkeeper Christian Walton. Good anticipation from Burrell. Hurst, rather comfortable header that put Ipswich in front, but Burrell's been lively. Kone gradually got more into the game, his strike partner. It's very much a front two for the home side here, as Ipswich, in their changed colour of red, prepare to get the second half underway. Ipswich looking for their first away league win of the season. And immediately they've got themselves a free kick in a very advantageous position. Isaac Hayden's push on Philogene. Nunez has a reputation of being something of a dead ball specialist. From his days at Norwich, scored some spectacular goals for Ipswich's bitter rivals. Not many are brave enough to make the move from Norwich to Ipswich or vice versa, but Nunez did in the summer. And the Chilean international stares at an inviting target. Can go either side of the goalkeeper here. Oh, brilliant! Well, that's why he's special from there. He even went the goalkeeper's side. And Nardi was never getting there. Just about as good as it gets from Marcelino Nunez. And Ipswich lead again, right in front of the travelling support. Goalkeeper just edges a little bit, doesn't he, towards where he's got the wall placed, and maybe that made all the difference. But take nothing away from the strike. Starts outside the post, comes back in with vengeance. And a delighted goal scorer. Top class from Nunez. Just as they did at the start of the first half, they've scored in a couple of minutes of the second. And Isaac Hayden will be ruining his challenge. A needless push which afforded Ipswich that free kick, and Nunez taking very good advantage. Philogene was moving a lot better now. He was limping a little bit in the first half. And he wins another free kick. Harvey Vale already on a yellow card, so needs to tread carefully. Didn't think it was actually his challenge. I think it was Cook who made the contact. Important moments here for QPR. I don't think they can afford to go 3-1 down against the side of Ipswich's quality as the rain falls steadily again. Leif Davis over the set piece. Almost dropped there for O'Shea, and I think maybe Kipre's centre-back partner got in his way. That was the body language from Dara O'Shea there. Taylor. Nunez. Wins the corner. Cross comes Leif Davis to deliver this corner. Ipswich fans in the upper tier at that end. Nunez. It's a good steal from Chair. Now the break's on here for Queen's Park Rangers. Borrell and Kone looking for quality here from Ilias. Chair wants to go it alone and was swallowed up by Matasiwa. Two QPR strikers left frustrated there. They've made great moves in support of Chair, who tried to use them as the decoy runners. Didn't quite open up for him. In by Vale. Dunn. Vale's cross. Defended well by Kipre, who was fouled by Kone. Furlong. Matasiwa. Egerly. Taylor. Lucky to get a second bite at that. Jack Taylor. Darnell Furlong to Egerly. Escudinha in smartly. Can't afford really to give Ipswich any room. The 19-year-old Brazilian on that side. They've got a lot of quality down there. Egerly in particular caused him plenty of headaches in the first 20 minutes. Good press here from Borrell. Kipre was ill at ease there up against Romain Borrell. Philogene, tight spot. Plays his way out beautifully. Nunez. Strong challenge again from Kone, who's not afraid to put himself about. And a very interesting upbringing, Richard Kone. He was born in Côte d'Ivoire. He wears the colours on his wrists there of the country of his birth. As we look again at Nunez's wonderful free kick. he had his time over again, Nardi, I don't think he would have taken those couple of slight steps to his right, which opened up a little bit more of a gap for Nunez, but still a top-quality free kick. Oh, good pass from Vale. Kone. Oh, and it all breaks down for Queen's Park Rangers. Real opening there for Kone. If he'd have got that pass from Harvey Vale out of his feet and into his stride, he surely had a shot on goal. Philogene. Good foot race again with Dunn. That's good defending from the Irishman. Showed good pace to stay with Philogene there, Jimmy Dunn. Here's Mads. It's worked forward nicely for Escudinha. Chair. Davis, full stretch to meet that. Away, anywhere would do for Philogene and Ipswich. Chair. Escudinha. Matson. Harvey Vale to Dunn. Might get a shot away here, Jimmy Dunn. Blocked at source. And the flag up. QPR are offside. Dunn will try and get forward when he can, the QPR skipper. In support of Harvey Vale down this near side, the QPR right. It's nice football from Ipswich. They really do back themselves to get out from the back intelligently. This is Eggerly. Furlong. Great cross, and Hurst can't miss from there. Brilliant football from Ipswich Town. That's high quality at this level. Hurst gets his second goal of the game. A simple header, just as his first was in the opening half. Set up by the former Queen's Park Rangers man, Darnell Furlong. But the way Ipswich played out from the back and swept forward serenely. And Queen's Park Rangers with no answer to it. Eggerly involved. Furlong stands up. The ideal cross, and Hurst says, I'm not missing. And again, his movement good enough to get away from Dunn. Smart, intelligent movement from George Hurst again. Just gaining that extra little bit of space that made the header all the more easier. And Ipswich stretch out into a 3-1 lead. Well, he preaches that. Kieran McKenna. Be brave on the ball when the opposition are pressing you high, and if you can play through the press, then very often the openings will arrive, and it's exactly what happened. Yes, occasionally you can get caught at the back and overdo it, but when it comes off, it looks very, very good, doesn't it? Now, Queen's Park Rangers looking for an immediate reply here. In by Kone, looking for his strike partner, Burrell. Important interception that from Kipre. Full stretch, Cedric Kipre, to keep that one away from Romain Burrell. Goalkeeper struggling to get to that. That was half a chance for Dunn. Just a little shaken up here, Christian Walton, but he got caught underneath the corner. And that was a chance for Dunn. Don't think he saw it until the last moment. The QPR captain was almost on his way down as the ball met his head. Just couldn't keep it under the crossbar. Harvey Vale. Good challenge from Hayden. Vale putting too much on the forward pass. Space now for Nunez. This is really opening up for Marcelino Nunez. Touched away by Nardi. Here's Philogene. A double kiss, it would be a goal kick, but way too much room afforded there to Nunez by Queen's Park Rangers. And there's movement on the substitutes bench now. And once again, we see some action on the shot. This time from Nunez, that was moving in the air. Made it awkward for Nardi. Well, a number of changes here for the home side. To do something about this situation. Reece Norrington-Davis, the Welsh international on loan from Sheffield United, has made his way out there. Escudinha replaced by Norrington-Davis. Saito on for Ilias Chair, who's only recently been making his way back from injury. Kwame Poku on as well, another player coming back from injury. Made the move in the summer from Peterborough. Got double figures for goals in his last 2 seasons at Peterborough, Poku. QPR very much hoping he can repeat that in the blue and white hoops this season. Here's Hurst, who's on a hat-trick, remember. And it's going to be a yellow card for Morrison. Stretching into the challenge on Philogene. Scottish centre-back, Liam Morrison, goes into referee Sam Allison's notebook. Not sure there was any contact, doesn't have to be. If the referee thinks that is an out-of-control challenge. It was certainly a desperate one for Morrison. Spent a few years at Bayern Munich. Liam Morrison played for the second team there when he was in his mid-teens. Now then, Nunez fencing one. It's a somewhat more difficult angle from the one he scored with earlier in this half. So does he seek to trouble Nardi directly? Looks like it. Oh, and he's done it again! It took a flick off Saito, I think, in the wall, but it'll be Nunez's goal. And there's no holding Ipswich Town back from 3 points here in West London today. 4-1 they lead. Look at the reaction from Nunez. Even without the deflection, it was going to be difficult for Nardi, but comes off the head of Saito, who's the middleman in the wall. There. Doesn't get much of a deflection off Saito. But Nardi was never getting there, scrambling across his line. Marcelino Nunez, now like Hurst, on a hat-trick. Never shows any real outward emotion. Keeps his counsel most of the time, Kieran McKenna, but he'll be delighted with this performance. He's probably felt that they've had this kind of performance in them all season long, but it's been a while in coming. It's going to be back-to-back wins, it would seem. And heading into November, first of the month today, this might be the month where Ipswich really go to town and lift themselves firmly up the table and into the promotion story. Julien Stéphan, little shake of the head there. He can't believe how the game has been taken away from his side in this second half. You'd have to be a supreme optimist to think that Queen's Park Rangers can get anything out of this game now. Eggerly, Hurst, Davis, away by Morrison. That's a foul by Matasiwa. Queen's Park Rangers are getting a striker ready, Michael Frey. Still a little over a quarter of the match remaining. And all the noise in the end away to our left as we look on. Well worth the journey for the Ipswich Town fans. They might not be finished on the goals tally just yet. Eggerly. Furlong. Eggerly won't get there. So Michael Frey will come on for Queen's Park Rangers. Richard Kone makes way for the Swiss striker. Been around a bit. Frey's played in France, Turkey, Belgium, Germany. 31 years old now. Close to 2 years here at Loftus Road. Will partner Burrell. Meantime, Leif Davis in need of some attention. Kick-off time, QPR just 3 points outside the top 6. Ipswich 2 points beneath them. But they're going to leapfrog their opponents, almost certainly. And take a handsome 3 points back to Suffolk. A lot of inquests going on amongst the QPR players out there as to how it's all travelled away from them. Let's take nothing away from the quality of Ipswich Town's attacking play. Better sides than QPR might have struggled with it today. But they're happy. On by Frey. Kipre is alert. Saito running into Furlong. Here's Eggerly. Saito wins possession back for the home side, looks for the free-running Burrell. It's a good starting position from Walton. Forward by Matasiwa. Hurst on the charge. Morrison will get the referee's whistle in his favour. Just sniffed an opportunity there, Hurst. Bouncing ball, calling for the goalkeeper Morrison. You could see that. Stayed at home a little bit, Nardi. Just wanted the goalkeeper to come, Morrison. Had to deal with it eventually. Hurst nursing a problem here. Position where Ipswich could easily not take any chances with George Hurst, who obviously won his hat-trick, but Kieran McKenna's got quality on the bench. In this situation, he will turn to it. You see Ben Johnson come on, and also Casey McAteer. So Hurst's day is at an end, and so too Eggerly. Look forward to seeing more of this boy, 19-year-old Norwegian. Set up Hurst's first goal after just 2 minutes of the match. He's replaced by McAteer, former Leicester City player. And Hurst makes his way off to be replaced. And Leif Davis off as well. Ben Johnson will take his position in defence. So triple change from Kieran McKenna. Chuba Akpom replacing George Hurst in the Ipswich attack. Another player on both sides making a way back from injury, Akpom. Opportunity for Saito. Good sprawling save from Walton. Opportunity for the Japanese international there. Koki Saito. Looking ahead to the November fixtures, this is the first match in a busy month. Next up for Queen's Park Rangers, as early as this coming Wednesday, another home game against Southampton, who are struggling after dropping out of the Premier League. And here's Saito again. Poku. Saito just got overexcited. But after Southampton are here this Wednesday, QPR go to Sheffield United, then they welcome Hull to the Matchday Loftus Road Stadium, and then a couple of away games against Blackburn and Norwich. Walton would expect to make the save, good height for him. November fixtures for Ipswich after today, home to Watford this Tuesday, then they go to Swansea, home to Wrexham, away to Hull and away to Oxford. 6 games in the league in this busy month of November. Quarter of an hour to go, and Ipswich home and dry for all 3 points. And they have been very efficient with those 6 attempts on target. You can see by those touches in the opposition box, more than double that of QPR, that they have had the better of proceedings. This is not a scoreline really that's flattering Ipswich. Queen's Park Rangers have had their moments, but the greater quality has come from the team in red. Isaac Hayden taking a blow. A late change for Queen's Park Rangers. Amadou Mbengue. He's a defender, so maybe Julien Stéphan, the head coach, isn't wanting any further damage. Might just drop into midfield. And Hayden is going to return. It's Steve Cook, the vastly experienced Cook, who makes way, and Benge's going to drop straight into Cook's position at centre-back. Hayden's going to come back for more. Matasiwa. O'Shea. Furlong. Taylor. Akpom. Johnson. Good looking cross. It's going to evade everybody, but wasn't a bad try for the substitute. I think your teammates interested in the flight of that one. It's going to be 3 defeats in the last 4 for Queen's Park Rangers, which makes the home game here, as I mentioned, on Wednesday against Southampton, all the more important. Need to arrest the slide. It's going to be just 2 home wins in the last 12 league games for QPR. That's a foul by Matasiwa, got himself in a little bit of a mess, and Hayden bought the challenge. Now, can QPR show some quality from a set piece, a la Nunez? Into the final 10 minutes of normal time. No Ilias Chair having been substituted. Looks like Madsen is going to strike for goal here. Saito just obscuring the situation for the Ipswich players at the moment. But Madsen's poised. There's no Nunez quality there from Nicholas Madsen, the Dane. Not even close. Saito. Morrison. Dunn. Good closing down by Nunez. Here's Matasiwa. No slackening off here from Ipswich. They're right at it today. Philogene. Jack Clark and Ashley Young. Young at 40. Incredible. Still playing at this level. Will be on shortly for Ipswich. We're opening up QPR again here. The red shirts flood forward, but the offside flag is up. As Ipswich have the opportunity to make the changes. Jack Clark's had a habit of scoring goals off the substitutes bench, and that run against Philogene for that left-sided attacking spot, but Ashley Young is on. Interestingly, he joined Ipswich in the summer, and so did his son, Tyler, who's making some ground. He's gone on loan at non-league Chatham, as Nunez takes the high fives, well pleased with his individual display. 2 excellent free kicks from the Chilean international. Handball by McAteer. And the ground has been steadily getting emptier and emptier in the QPR ranks, as Ipswich moved into this handsome lead. Taylor, an industrious game at the heart of the Ipswich midfield. Jack Taylor. Johnson. O'Shea. McAteer. Akpom. Back with Casey McAteer. Stings the hands of Nadi. Goalkeeper happy that the shot was straight at him. It was well hit by McAteer, who's injured as the challenge flew in. But quickly upright again. Yard either side of the goalkeeper might have been interesting for McAteer. Struck this really well. Dara O'Shea. Clark. Kipre. Ashley Young risks the back pass. Not the best of clearances from Walton. Kipre in trouble. Gets exactly what he wants out of Burrell. Free kick. Frey has not been able to make any impact since he came on, the Swiss striker. His challenge on Kipre. Happy return to Loftus Road for Darnell Furlong. Well, he's not particularly happy at the moment. So he took a knock to the head, but I think he'd be okay. Coming back to his former club. He's been solid in that right-back position. And what his dad, Paul, makes of today's result. I think I know what he'd make of it. As I mentioned earlier, his father's still an academy coach here. Has been for a while now. So minute number 90 upcoming. Well, Clark was caught there. That'll be a yellow card. Not the best of challenges. Amadou Mbenge into the book. Poku. Just warmed up and up for the willing Burrell. He's put a lot of hard work in the front line for QPR. He's just not really had a great deal of service. We're going to have a minimum of 7 additional minutes. We've had a number of stoppages for injuries. Here's Jack Clark. Akpom. Now Kipre. Young. Ashley Young, mentioned his age, 40. He's playing at this level of the English game for the first time in 20 years. Vast majority of time he's played in the Premier League, close to 500 Premier League appearances. And his experience, not just on the pitch, but in the dressing room, around training, is going to be really important for Kieran McKenna and their quest Ipswich to get straight back to the Premier League. And it's going to be back-to-back wins after back-to-back defeats. Here is Young. Referee Sam Allison didn't like the challenge from Hayden. Got the ball, he says. Referee didn't think so. Did Hayden have a case here? No, I don't think he did. I think the referee got that absolutely right. Good movement here. Oh, if the pass had been better. Hayden was caught on his heels there by the run. Disappointing day for the QPR fans. 3 defeats in the last 4, as I mentioned, but for the travelling Ipswich supporters who've been in full voice throughout the afternoon, it's going to be a happy return to Suffolk for them. You can't argue with the 3 points for Ipswich. Carried the greater class, as I've mentioned already. There's been quite a lot of variety in their attacking play. Fluidity about Kieran McKenna's Ipswich, which they'll be looking to build on, of course, in this busy month of November. Ashley Young with the throw. A wonderful career he's had. Spent some time in Italy, you might remember, as well, at Inter Milan. Played for Aston Villa, a couple of spells, Manchester United, Everton. He'll get his minutes this season for Ipswich. He'll not often be a starter, but he can play a big part off the bench. Coming on in a comfortable position today. Here's McAteer. Here's Young. Johnson. Turn is the message for Taylor. Still pressing for another goal here, Ipswich. That wasn't the worst cross you've ever seen. McAteer really fizzed that one right across the face of the QPR goalmouth here, just out of the reach of Akpom. As we tiptoe into the final 60 seconds. Full-time whistle could not come soon enough for the QPR players. The vast majority of their supporters have gone home already. Matasiwa. It's given away cheaply. Will there be a late consolation goal here for QPR? Saito. Once the corner isn't going to get it. And that will be just about that. Ipswich looked like they were in the mood today. Kieran McKenna saw an excellent first 20 minutes. His side took the lead in just the second minute through George Hurst's header after great work from Sindra Egeli. QPR grew into the half, though, as it went on, and they equalised through Roman Burrell. 1-1 at the break. But Ipswich started the second half just like they started the first, with an early goal from Marcelino Nunez, recalled to the starting 11 by McKenna today. Further goals from Hurst and another Nunez free kick took Ipswich way out of sight of their opponents. It's handsome applause for a very good performance. Hurst excellent, not just his goals, his all-round movement, his awareness, his movement away from defenders for both of his headed goals, from close range albeit, but it's the smart movement that brought him the space to score those goals. He's improving all the time. And Nunez, as I said, recalled to the starting 11 with 2 trademark free kicks that were too much for Paul Nardi in the QPR goal. And no argument about the outcome here. It's back-to-back defeats for Queen's Park Rangers. It's back-to-back wins for Ipswich. 2 football clubs moving in rather different directions in the Championship table right now.